and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Vaishali Kohli. Now, Australian authorities have identified the shooters in the Sydney terror attack merely hours after two shooters attacked an unassuming crowd celebrating the Jewish festival Hannukah at Sydney's Bondi Beach. The shooters were identified as the father-son duo Naveed Akram and Sajid Akram. Sajid, who had immigrated to Australia as a student, later went on to work as a fruit seller. He was also the licensed owner of the gun he used to shoot at the civilians at the Bondi Beach. Meanwhile, his son was earlier probed as a suspect linked to Islamic State. However, be it Delaware or Christchurch or Sri Lanka or Pahalgam, the Pakistan links to these heinous attacks cannot be ignored. At a cabinet meeting, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said that the government stands with the Jewish Australians and that he stands against hatred and violence. He further added, and I quote, "Australia is stronger than those who try to divide us, and we will come through this together." So, of course, viewers, we have been tracking this big breaking story on NewsX since yesterday. We've been getting you all details as far as the heinous and horrendous attack on Australia took place yesterday. And now, of course, the latest development is that the Australian authorities have identified the shooters in the Sydney terror attack which took place on Bondi Beach. Now, this attack, viewers, of course, happened on the festival, on the Jewish festival of Hannukah. And I have Ajay Jandia joining me with more details. Ajay, what more can you tell us on the latest development?
Kindly repeat the question.
Ajay, we're talking about the two people who have been identified in the Sydney attack. What more can you tell us?
Yes, two those who have carried out the attack and killed 15 civilians over there in Sydney, they have been identified by the police over there, and according to information, both were basically father and a son, and these duo basically, according to the family, they moved out for the fishing, but later they came to know that they had carried out this attack. Father was, both of them, they are basically Pakistani. Son is born and brought up there in the Sydney, but father was on tourist visa over there, and now the investigation is going on to get more detail that what was the, how they have basically carried out this attack. Is there any record or not? Because according to information, his son basically was also booked for ISIS link in the past as well. So that has to be seen that whether how he basically was not taken into the custody and other things. That is a matter of investigation. But both are Pakistani, and definitely it is going to be tough for the family as well, because authorities are not going to spare anyone, because it's a matter of life of about 15 innocent people.
Ajay, now there's a statement by the Australian Prime Minister, and he said that the government stands with the Jewish Australians and that he stands against hatred and violence. What more can you tell us on this statement?
Yes, what we have seen that immediately after this incident, yesterday, late evening, got a statement from the authorities that came from the top, chair that had came that this is a terror attack, and they say that we stand with the Jewish community, which are basically living in Sydney and Australia, and definitely those who are responsible, they will be taken into the task. Investigation is going on, and but the thing is that Netanyahu have already said that they have informed number of times to state government that some activities which basically are pro-Palestinian, and those which is basically provoking the Jewish people over there, harassing the Jewish people over there in Australia, that is going on, and that need to be checked. Then how that was missed, that has to be seen.
Ajay, stay on with me. Now, shocking revelations have been made as investigation continues into the Sydney terror attack. Police say